Children, in this video we are going to see part 1, chapter 12, reproduction in plants. Children, there are many life processes which plays an important role in maintaining the life. We'll see some life processes: nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion and reproduction. What is called nutrition? Nutrition is a process of obtaining energy from the food. What is called respiration? Respiration is a process of breakdown of glucose and release of energy from glucose. What is called transportation? Transportation is a process of movement of essential and non-essential materials from one part to another part of the body. What is called excretion? Excretion is a process of getting rid of wastes or removal of waste from the body. And what is called reproduction? Reproduction is a process of producing young ones or producing offsprings or producing their own individual. So this process is called reproduction. So children, in this part 1 we are going to see some topics. The topics are what is called reproduction, reproduction in plants, parts of a plant and modes of reproduction. And what is reproduction? As I told already, reproduction is the process of producing their young ones. Young ones means offspring, we can tell, own individual, child, kid, like that we can tell. So reproduction is the process of producing their young ones. You are the young one of your parents, or you are the offspring of your parents. So this in this chapter we are going to study reproduction in plants. Next, reproduction in plants. In plants there are many ways and many methods in which new young ones or new individuals are formed. And children, see, in some plants stem have ability to produce new plant. In some plants leaf have ability to produce new plant or new individual. And roots and sometimes underground, in some cases underground stem also have ability to produce young ones. We'll see some examples. The plants or example of plant in which stem have ability to give young ones are rose, money plant and sugarcane. And rose and all will cut the stem alone. It is called cutting. And also money plant also we will cut the stem, and when we bury under the soil, this stem have ability to grow into new young one. So the example of plants in which stem give rise to new plant is rose, money plant and sugarcane. And the example of plant in which leaves have ability to give rise to young ones are bryophyllum, begonia and African violets. And example of plants in which root have ability to give rise to young ones are dahlia, beetroot, carrot. And in some plants underground stem have ability to give rise to their own young ones. They are potato, ginger and onion or underground stem which give rise to offsprings. And students, apart from these part of plant, flowers plays an important role in reproducing their young ones. And through flowers fusion of male and female gamete takes place. And but in case of stem, leaves, roots and underground stem, no fusion of male and female gamete takes place. So directly without fusion, stem, leaves, roots and all give rise to new young ones. But flowers alone. It undergoes fusion of male and female gamete, and after that through that that process is called pollination, and after pollination fertilization takes place, and after fertilization from flowers fruits are formed, from fruit seeds are formed, like that from seed new young ones are produced. So these are the various ways in which plants reproduces their young ones. And because of this reason, children, flowers, I told flowers undergoes fusion of male and female gamete, and this and all, that process is called pollination, and that is followed by fertilization. That we'll discuss detail under the topic pollination and fertilization. Flowers undergoes pollination and fertilization. So flowers are brightly colored, children. See, there are many colors of flowers, and the part of the plant which is brightly colored is flowers. See, pink flower, and see, this is yellow flower. See, this is purple violet color flowers, and see, you can see this again purple color flowers, light pink color flowers are there, orange color flowers are there, light pink color flowers are there, red color flower is there, this is hibiscus, again purple color flowers, yellow color flowers are there, see. So there are many colors of flowers, and the part of the plant which is brightly colored is a flower. Children, why the flower alone is brightly colored? To attract the insects. Why do the flowers want to attract the insects? For pollination. And pollination is the process of transfer of pollen grains. That is, I told, fusion of male and female gametes takes place. So the male gamete is pollen grains, and the female gamete is egg which is present in the female reproductive part of the flower. So the pollination is the process of pollination is defined as the process of transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma. This pollination and fertilization we'll study detail under the topic pollination. So for this reason, to attract the insects for pollination and also for the production of fruits and seeds, flowers are brightly colored, and flowers are the flower is the only part which is brightly colored in the plant, children. And we'll see next topic, parts of a plant. So already this is very simple topic, parts of a plant. There are we can classify plant into plant parts into many types based on many concepts, like root system is there, shoot system is there. Root system is nothing but the part of the plant which is under the soil. Shoot system is the part of the plant which is above the soil. And in this topic, in this chapter, we are going to study the kinds or classification of our parts of a plant based on reproduction, based on the ability of producing young ones, that is reproductive part and vegetative part. So there are two parts of major parts of a plant, that is reproductive part and vegetative part, based on the reproduction, process of reproduction. Reproductive part is flower. Children, reproductive part of a plant is flowers. So flowers are the reproductive part of a plant, and vegetative part of the plant is leaf, stem and root. See, flower is the reproductive part, leaf, stem and root and all vegetative part. So why flower is reproductive part? No, already I told, it undergoes fusion of male and female gamete, and for this it want to attract the insects for pollination. Insect is one of the pollinating agents. There are many pollinating agents like wind, air, water and all. Insect also is one of the important pollinating agents. Pollinating agents are nothing but the helpers or agents which helps in the process of pollination. So to attract the insects, flowers are brightly colored, like yellow color flower is there, orange color flower is there, red color flower is there. So reproductive part is the flower which undergoes reproduction by fusion of male and female gamete. Vegetative parts are leaf, root and stem. They have ability to give rise to their young ones directly when it is buried under the soil, and if it gets a favorable condition, it can grow fast and it can give rise to their young ones. But in case of flowers, through pollination and fertilization, fusion, it give rise to fruits and then to seeds, and from seeds new individual is formed. And children, comparing to reproduction through flower and reproduction through vegetative parts give rise to young ones very fast. So it will grow fast and we can eat the fruits or vegetables, flowers very fast. But in case of reproduction through flowers, it takes much time. So the process is very slow. So from the flower, fruits are formed. From fruit, seeds are formed. From seeds, new individual is formed. So it is very slow process. And this is about parts of a plant. And last topic under this part is modes of reproduction. There are two modes of reproduction. One is asexual reproduction and another one is sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is nothing but reproduction takes place without the fusion of male and female gamete. And sexual reproduction is nothing but reproduction of new plant takes place by fusion of male and female gamete. So asexual reproduction, no fusion of male and female gametes takes place. Through vegetative parts like leaf, root and stem, new individuals are formed. In sexual reproduction, fusion of male and female gamete takes place, that through the flowers new individuals are formed. And children, this asexual reproduction takes less time for producing young ones, but in case of sexual reproduction, it takes more time for the formation of new individual. And children, this is about part 1. So in part 1 we saw some introduction, and we discussed topics like what is called reproduction, and also we discussed many important life processes and reproduction in plants, parts of a plant, that is reproductive part and vegetative part, modes of reproduction. And in part 2 we'll discuss remaining things. Bye children.